Hi, my name is Gagandeep Singh and I am a student of sports psychology. My mission is to help people live amazing lives. In the last video, we talked about the time experience matrix and how we can keep getting lost in our thoughts about our past and our future. So in today's video, we'll talk about some very easy techniques on how we can come back to the present moment and practice mindfulness. Let's check them out. So let's start with the easiest one. I like to call it feeling the pulse. All that we have to do in this exercise is close our eyes and put our fingers on our neck and feel our pulse for 10 to 15 seconds. It's a very profound experience. It brings me back to the present moment and somehow declutters my mind. It also reminds me of the fact that life is short and I should make the most out of the present moment. The second one is gratitude. Gratitude, I believe, is one of the most powerful tools for practicing mindfulness. This is because it has three super amazing elements: the elements of acceptance, positivity, and present moment. A good way to practice gratitude would be to take a pause and think of two things that you're grateful for. For example, right now, I am grateful for this opportunity to make this video and help others. The second thing that I'm grateful for is that I have food in my stomach. Both these things mean a lot to me. Another reason that I love practicing gratitude is that in the process of being grateful, I am surrendering my ego to a higher power and praising their grand plan. The third one is breath awareness. Breath awareness, I believe, is one of the most powerful mindfulness exercises that you'll ever come across. In fact, Gautam Buddha used this technique to create a very powerful meditation practice called Vipassana. Breath awareness is very simple to practice. All that we have to do is observe our breathing. We don't have to regulate our breathing or do any kind of deep breathing exercise. All that we have to do is pay attention to our inhalation and exhalation processes. 5 to 10 minutes of breath awareness exercise each day can have amazing results. The fourth one is body scanning. It involves mentally scanning your whole body and seeing how each and every body part feels like. When I do it, I lie down and start from the toe and go up to the top. I observe how my toes are feeling, if there is any tension or pain in or around those areas, and then I move up to my knee, up to my butt, and see how the ground is pushing my butt while lying down. I also observe my stomach, if it is empty or if it is full, and then eventually I reach my shoulder and then the top of my head. The idea of this exercise is not to fix any of the pain or any of the tension, but to just create awareness of how your body is feeling like and come back to the present moment. The fifth one is mantras. Now, you may have seen a lot of people use mantras or chants, but they need not always be religious. In fact, a lot of athletes use mantras as a way to boost their performance. Whenever I am distracted while giving a presentation or while playing a sport, I say to myself, just this moment, or thank you, God. And somehow I'm able to come back to the present moment and focus all my energy into the task at hand. The role of a mantra is to use our voice as a tool to be more present. And we can say it out aloud also, and we can say it to ourselves in our head. The simpler the mantra, the more powerful it will be, and you can create your own. If you are looking for an easy mindfulness exercise, I would definitely recommend mantra as one. Number 6, routines. Now, you may have seen some athletes doing some weird stuff with their gloves or bats just before they are about to bat or just before they are about to serve. Now, these aren't just some superstitious rituals that they are performing, but these are scientific methods of keeping the human mind focused on the task at hand. By doing a ritual or by performing a ritual, we are able to block out all the distractions that are around us and focus all our attention on the present moment. Whenever a person is using beads while praying, they are pretty much using a routine to keep their mind focused. A ritual is very personal and you can create your own, and it may also evolve over time. But it's a great way to practice mindfulness and be more present. Number 7, hugging somebody. Now we all know that oxytocin is released whenever we hug somebody and it enhances our mood. But hugging also is a great mindfulness exercise. This is because when I'm hugging somebody, I'm literally using my skin or my body as a tool to be more present. Now, everybody has their own style of hugging, but when I hug somebody, I make sure that my eyes are closed, I'm not talking or patting, and I take my time with the hug and I let my emotions hang in there. If you have somebody who's close to you and who doesn't mind getting hugged, I would say go for it. The eighth and the final one is listening to the silence around you. Now, this type of mindfulness exercise uses our ears as the tool to create awareness and be more mindful. Now, I would recommend that you find a relatively silent room where you can sit down with your eyes closed and start with observing sounds in your immediate vicinity, which could be the tick tock of a wall clock or the laundry machine in the nearby room. And then slowly expand your awareness to things which are farther away, like the noise of the traffic or the birds or insects chirping outside. Practicing 5 to 10 minutes of this exercise can declutter your brain and bring you back to the present moment. That's it from my side. My name is Gagandeep Singh. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to hit the like, share and subscribe buttons and share this video with somebody whom you feel will benefit from watching this. I hope you all have a wonderful day ahead and I'll see you again next week. Bye.